Anyone who claims to love UFC and MMA knows exactly who Israel Adesanya is. He has shot to fame in recent years and made a huge impression on the international fighting scene. He has accomplished so much in his career, and he has experience in a wide variety of different fighting styles. Today, we're going to delve into how Israel Adesanya has made all his money, how he likes to live a rich celebrity lifestyle, and just how he spends his hugely impressive net worth of millions of dollars. Before we dive into today's video, make sure you leave a like at the bottom of this video by pressing the thumbs up button. We greatly appreciate it here on the channel, and it really helps us out. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It means you won't miss any of our videos, and turn on notifications to stay up to date with our brand new content. Israel Adesanya was born in Nigeria and is now a resident of New Zealand. He's a firm favorite in the minds of fighting fans, partly because of his amazing fighting skill in the ring, and partly because of his gracious showmanship. His nickname on stage is the Last Stylebender, a reference to the anime show The Last Airbender. Israel is a fan of anime and geek culture, with amazing Naruto and Avatar tattoos, and his nickname infers that he bends styles of fighting. He is incredibly highly trained in multiple fighting styles, including Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, boxing, and kickboxing, all of which he is extremely proficient in. His fame and claim to skill isn't without a reason, as his fighting figures speak for themselves. In his whole MMA career, he has won 20 fights and only lost 1. His victory stats aren't the only high numbers attributed to Israel Adesanya. He earns huge payouts from his winning fights, recently picking up earnings of $405,000, $790,000, $1.09 million, and $1.5 million. His highest paying fight is also his most recent match against Jan Blachowicz. He took home $2,140,000. That's an incredible amount of money for a single fight, and this is because Jan is the current lightweight champion. There was a title at stake here, one that Israel did not win this time around though. Israel is already the middleweight champion in the MMA, and winning this title from Blachowicz would have made him a 2-division champion. This is really unusual, and the fact he got so close is yet more proof of what an incredible fighter he really is. In his fighting history, he has overcome challenges presented by and won over fighters like Derek Brunson, Anderson Silva, Paulo Costa, Robert Whittaker, and Kelvin Gastelum. Israel Adesanya or his team have never officially announced his net worth, but we can assume from the figures from his fights that it is multiple millions of dollars. His publicized earnings from MMA add up to almost $7 million, and that is without any other income from sponsorships or endorsements. Speaking of endorsements, let's get right into it. The prize-winning champion fighter has a few sponsors to his name. Recently, shortly before his fight with Paulo Costa, a famous Brazilian fighter, he signed an incredible deal with sports brand Puma. This is pretty interesting in multiple ways. Firstly, Puma has never signed an MMA fighter before, so Israel Adesanya is the first in his sport to make a deal with the fashion heavyweight brand. Secondly, Puma is known for their sportsmanship deals with celebrity athletes who are top of their game in their respective sports. These include names like Usain Bolt, Sergio Aguero, and even the most highly priced footballer in the world at the moment, Neymar da Silva Santos Jr. It hasn't been officially revealed by either Puma or Israel's finance and publishing team how much the deal is worth, but it is a multi-year deal, meaning Israel will be getting a nice addition to his bank balance from the famous brand every year until the contract is over. Puma isn't the only sportswear company that wants the Last Stylebender on their promotional gear. Australian-based company Engage have a promotional deal with the champion fighter, and he is one of the key faces of the brand. Engage focuses specifically on fighting and combat clothing and equipment, so this is the perfect promotional campaign for a famous fighter like Israel Adesanya. They have deals with multiple fighters from all around Australia and New Zealand, but Israel is one of their most famous faces. He even has his own line of sportswear with the impressive brand. The special line includes a popular range of casual t-shirts, hoodies, and sweatshirts, and even an accessory line. Again, we do not know the exact number of dollars that Israel is receiving for his promotional efforts, but as the fighter won the New Zealand Sportsperson of the Year, it is likely that the number is pretty high. That's not the end of his endorsements though. Israel also has partnership deals with Stake.com, a crypto coin betting business and website, and Peak Milk, a range of milk-based drinks crammed full of vitamins and minerals for peak performance. So we have established that Israel Adesanya is super rich. After all, he is one of the UFC's highest-paid athletes. But how does he like to spend his money? And does he enjoy living a celebrity lifestyle? Israel seems to be quite private. As far as celebrities go, that is. He doesn't comment much about his private relationships with friends or family, and prefers to keep his interview chit-chat about work, which is obviously fine. But we do know that he is incredibly proud of his car. He owns a McLaren 720S Spider, which is bright orange and extremely sleek and luxurious. It's a very expensive car, and they are worth around $650,000. This ride is well known for being one of the most incredible sports cars on the market at the moment, having a huge range of incredible features that make it almost perfect. He loves to drive it around, drag race it on circuits, and show it off online and during press events, and we can't blame him, because it's absolutely stunning. One of the best ways to get a measure of somebody's favorite kind of lifestyle is their social media accounts. Israel is no different on this front, as he takes great care to show the world the best things about himself he wants his fans to see. The vast majority of his photos are of him in the gym, with personal trainers and heavy training gear. He clearly works out a lot of the time, and takes incredible care of his physical fitness and health. He's no doubt dedicated to his career, and he wants to make sure he keeps a tight hold of all those titles he has won over the last couple of years. He also has an excellent taste in clothing, and when he's not in training gear, he dresses sharply. Lots of photos show him at media events and photo shoots, looking like a true celebrity on red carpets and wearing tuxedos. He also posts a lot of photos of himself professionally taken for fighting promotions or advertisements. His career is clearly his main focus at the moment, which is incredible for someone both so young and so wealthy. He also posts a great deal of photos of him with his various prize belts, proudly holding up the giant golden belts for the world to see. There are remarkably few photos of Israel taken outdoors. Not to say he doesn't like going outside, just that he doesn't post photos of when he does. As we mentioned earlier, he's quite private compared to other famous athletes. However, we do have access to some photos where we can see him enjoying traveling. They're taken in a multitude of locations, always with perfectly clear blue skies and hot weather in the background. He also clearly enjoys all kinds of physical activity, as well as just training in the gym. He's been snapped surfing with pro surfers training him and hanging out on a beach with them afterwards. He also has been seen jet skiing in the Gulf of Mexico on vacation, taking in the sun, sea, and sand on a well-deserved rest from his fights. So, even though he is a fairly private guy, we can see that he does enjoy spending his money on things and experiences that can bring him happiness. His training and dedication to his career have not made him immune to the luxuries of fancy vacations and luxury cars. On the contrary, his dedication and hard work means that he has earned them even more. We can't wait to see what 2021 has in store for Israel Adesanya and his incredible MMA career. If he keeps gaining wins and product endorsements as much as he did in 2020, he's going to have fully taken over the UFC scene as an undeniable, unforgettable champion. Thanks for watching today's video, guys. If you enjoyed this one, please remember to hit that like button down below and give us a big thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you can keep up to date with our latest content, and turn on that notification bell to get access straight away to our brand new videos as soon as they come out. As always, thanks again, and we'll see you soon.